students. Today we will discuss with the 15th group of elements chemical properties. Chemical properties. So what are the chemical properties are there in 15th group of elements that we will briefly discuss. Reaction with oxygen. Second one we will call reactions with hydrogen. Third one we will call reaction with halogens. And fourth one reaction with sulfur. We will see that the first chemical property, the reaction with oxygen. Reaction with oxygen. This 15th group of elements will form various type of oxides. When these elements are reacted with oxygen, there should be formation of various type of oxides on heating. That we will call it becoming a majorly X2O3 type of oxides, X2O4 type of oxides, and X2O5 type of oxides or formations are taking place. Based upon the oxygen content which is supplied to the respective elements of 15th group of elements, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. In case of nitrogen, when if you are going to be heated with oxygen, they majorly formation of which one? N2O3 type of oxides. N2O3 type of oxides. When if you are going to be taken, it become a 2 moles. Here 2 3 just 6 means it become a 3. N2O4 nitrous trioxide formations are taking place. When the same nitrogen will be reacted with oxygen, they leads to formation of N2O4 type of tetroxides or formations are taking place. Tetroxides, nitrogen tetroxide. These are the nitrogen trioxide. The same nitrogen if you are going to be reacted with oxygen, they leads to formation of nitrogen pentoxide. The nitrogen pentoxide. Nitrogen pentoxides formations are taking place. So not only this nitrogen, this majorly formation of 3 types of oxides, it is also can be formed another 2 types of oxides that we will call nitrous oxides, another one we will call nitric oxide. This nitrous oxide only we will call it become a laughing gas. Laughing gas. Now these both are oxides are neutral oxides. Neutral oxides. So the nitrogen will form various type of oxides. Among these oxides, these are we will call it become a neutral oxides. We will see these oxides oxidation state only. In N2O, the nitrous oxidation state is +1, whereas in NO, nitrogen oxidation state is +2, whereas N2O3, nitrogen oxidation state is +3, whereas N2O4, nitrogen oxidation state is +4, whereas in N2O5, nitrogen oxidation state is +5. So that means what among these oxides, the oxidation state is gradually increases. Among these oxides, oxidation state is gradually increases. But all these oxides of nitrogen, the 2 oxides only majorly considered become a neutral oxides. The remaining oxides we will call it become a acidic oxides. The remaining oxides we will call. That means nitrogen trioxide, nitrogen tetroxide, nitrogen pentoxide, we will call it become an acidic oxide. Why we will call acidic oxides means the same oxides N2O3 when simple dissolved in water, they leads to formation of 2 moles of nitrous acid. There should be formation of 2 moles of nitrous acid. When nitrogen tetroxide when dissolves in water, they leads to formation of nitric acid plus nitrous acid formations are taking place. Nitric oxide as well as nitrous acid formations are taking place. Whereas nitrogen pentoxides when dissolves in water, they leads to formation of 2 moles of nitric acid formation takes place. Nitric acid formation is taking place. So the nitrogen tetroxide we will call it become a 2 types of oxides formation is taking place. So that's why we will call it become a disproportionation reaction should also can be carried out. Thus here the nitrogen oxidation state is it become a which one? Plus 4 oxidation state are there. Now in this if you are going to be considered with it become it is a plus 5 oxidation state. Now it become a plus 3 oxidation state. That means the same element will undergoing an oxidation, the same element undergoing a reduction. From here nitrogen 4 to here 3 is it undergoing a reduction. Now plus 4 to plus 5 it undergoing an oxidation. Now such type of reactions only we will call it become a disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation reactions are we will call. So here N2O4 we will call it can be formation of two different types of acids when they are dissolved in water. Okay, that we will consider with the name oxides of nitrogen. Now generally this group of elements will be formed the various type of oxides we already seen. That is in a general formula E2O3 type of oxides and E2O4 type of oxides and E2O5 type of oxides. That only we will take it become the nitrogen trioxide, phosphorus trioxide, arsenic trioxide, antimony trioxide and bismuth trioxide. Now N2O4, P2O4, phosphorus tetroxide, arsenic tetroxide, antimony tetroxide, bismuth tetroxide, nitrogen pentoxide, phosphorus pentoxide, arsenic pentoxide, antimony pentoxide and bismuth pentoxide. Now we will see that stability of these oxides. The stability of these oxides. Now stability of oxides. Thermal stability of the 50A group of elements of pentoxides from top to bottom is gradually decreases. Now N2O5 nitrogen pentoxide is more stable than the phosphorus pentoxide when compared to the arsenic pentoxide, when compared to the antimony pentoxide and bismuth pentoxide. The stability of oxides will be decreases from the top to bottom as in a decreasing of electronegativity of the central element. Electronegativity of the central element. So if you see that these oxides from top to bottom always it become an acidic strength is increases. Acidic strength increases. From left to right these oxides acidic strength will be decreases. Acidic strength decreases. So if you want to write as an acidic nature, the nitrogen trioxide when compared to nitrogen tetroxide, nitrogen pentoxide is more acidic character. Acidic character due to increasing of oxidation state of the central element. Increasing of oxidation state of central element. Central element. From left to right is decreasing means there is a decreasing of metallic character. Metallic character is increases. The metallic character is increases this, that means basic character will increases. So acidic character is decreases. So that's why bismuth pentoxide is less acidic when compared to the nitrogen pentoxide. So acidic nature of these pentoxides, if you are going to be right, acidic nature of this pentoxide, N2O5 is more when compared to the phosphorus pentoxide and arsenic pentoxide, antimony pentoxide and bismuth pentoxide. Only nitrogen oxides stability if you are going to be seen in various type of oxides or formations takes place. But at thermal stability exhibited by the oxide is nitrogen trioxide. Now thermally unstable oxide is nitrogen pentoxide. Nitrogen pentoxide, thermally unstable. Where if you are going to be seen that phosphorus pentoxide is thermally stable. Phosphorus pentoxide is thermally stable. Okay, this we will call the oxidation reaction with the reaction with the 58 group of elements with oxygen. So finally we should out be see these properties of reaction with oxygen. Now we will see the same, the 15th group of elements of trioxides of all oxides if dissolves in water, which type of oxides or formations are taking place, what is the nature of that oxides. So nitrogen trioxide N2O3 when dissolves in water they leads to formation of which one, nitrous acid. There should be formation of which one, 2 moles of nitrous acid. As the same way phosphorus trioxide P2O3 when dissolves in water there should be formation of phosphorus acid H3PO3. That leads to formation of 2 moles of phosphorus acid. Now arsenic oxide when dissolves in 6 moles of hydrochloric acid they leads to converted into it become an arsenic chloride, and they leads to formation of 3 moles of water. So always in acid it is reacted with base, so that's why these reaction having a basic nature. So arsenic oxide will be exhibited as in a basic nature. Now the same arsenic oxide will reacted with 6 moles of sodium hydroxide, that leads to formation of sodium arsenate. Sodium arsenide formation is takes place. They leads to formation of 3 moles of H2O. This we will call sodium arsenide. Sodium arsenide. So it is in a base, so automatically this compound can be acting as an acid. So here these arsenic oxide will be exhibited as an acidic in nature. So that's where arsenic oxide we are going to be acting as in here amphoteric character. So the same oxide will be reacted with acids as well as in a base. There should be formation of different types of natures. That's why we will call it become an amphoteric in nature. Now the similar way how the arsenic can be reacted, antimony trioxide also will be reacted with the same hydrochloric acid to converted into 2 moles of antimony chloride and 3 moles of water. Now the same antimony oxide when dissolves in 6 moles of base, so they leads to converted into it become a sodium antimonide. And there is a 3 moles of H2O. So we will call sodium antimonide. Now bismuth trioxide when reacted with hydrochloric acid they should be converted into it become a bismuth chloride and leads to formation of 3 moles of acid. But we are familiar that the basic character from top to bottom will increases, the acidic character will decreases. These are the triacids. These trioxides, these are acidic nature. Now phosphorus acid also acidic nature. Now arsenic and antimony both can be acting as an amphoteric nature. Due to the acid it is in a reacting with the bismuth trioxide, that's why it can be acting as in a which one? Basic in nature. So bismuth trioxide, the character is basic in nature. As a similar way we will reacted with the pentoxides. Which type of oxides or formations are taking place? Now nitrogen pentoxide when dissolves in water they leads to formation of nitric acid N2O5. When dissolves in water they leads to formation of 2 moles of nitric acid. Now phosphorus pentoxide when dissolves in water they leads to formation of phosphoric acid H3PO4 phosphoric acid. Arsenic pentoxide H2O arsenic oxide. So arsenic acid H3AsO4. Now antimony pentoxide dissolves in water leads to formation of antimony or antimonic acid. So these are pentoxides. When dissolved in water, they leads to formation of various type of acids. We already know that this acidic strength from top to bottom will decreases. Okay, so we will see that the same nitrous acid HNO2 is there and HNO3 is there. So here HNO2 when compared to the HNO3 can be acting as the strongest oxidizing agent. Strongest oxidizing agent. Why means when this oxidation state is +5, in this oxidation state is +3. Okay, this oxidation state never it is equals to group number of nitrogen. There is no chances to undergoing increasing. There is always it undergoing a decreasing of this oxidation state. It undergo reduction means it can be oxidized the another substances. That's why nitric acid can be acting as a strongest oxidizing agent. Whereas nitrous acid, there is an increasing of +5 oxidation state is possibility is there. There should be decreasing of oxidation state up to -3 is possibility is there. That's why this can be acting as a both oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent. These we will call properties of with 58 group element with oxygen. Next property, reaction with hydrogen. The 15th group of elements will reacted with hydrogen. There should be formation of EH3 type of hydrides. So that hydrates we will briefly if we are going to be seen. If 2 moles, here it become a 3 moles and it become a 2. That is an NH3, ammonia, phosphine hydrate, arsenic hydrate, antimony hydrate, bismuth hydrate. These hydrates are formed when metal halides metals of not metallic hydrate, metals of these elements dissolved in water or treated with hydrochloric acid will produce different types of hydrates. We will see that only we will take it become a nitrogen, the magnesium nitride and calcium phosphide. Now arsenic, zinc arsenide and magnesium stibnite. Okay, the metal of these elements will be simply dissolved in water. They can be produced as the different types of hydrates. We will see that magnesium nitride simply dissolves in water. They leads to converted into it becoming a magnesium hydroxide and there should be formation of ammonia. As a similar way, the remaining hydrates also simple dissolve. They leads to formation of phosphine, arsine, stibnine and bismuth. Okay, bismuth hydrides. So we will see that these hydrates also can be formed. This 15th group of elements of halides. So I will write the general formula of EX3 when simple undergo reduction. Okay, reductions of lithium aluminium hydride. So these halides of these elements undergo reduction by using of strong reducing agents. They leads to converted into different types of halides. EH3 type of halides formation takes place. Now lithium halide 3 moles of formation of 3 moles of aluminium halides. So the different types of halides also formation takes place. So we will see that these hydrates of 15th group of elements can be acting as a strongest reducing agent. Strongest reducing agent. That reducing character of these elements will be always increases from nitrogen to bismuth. So if you write the order of the strongest reducing capacity will increases from nitrogen to bismuth. Why means there is a bond dissociation energy between the hydrogen and this element will be gradually decreases. So you will see the nitrogen, the bond dissociation energy between the hydrogen, whereas in a bismuth and between the hydrogen there is a bond length is increases. Bond length is increases. Here bond length is less. Bond length is less. So to break this bond is required the high energy. Now reducing capacity is nothing but there should be liberation of hydrogen, that should be reduces the another component. So that's why the bismuth can be acting as the strongest reducing agent. Now we will see the basic character order. Basic character. The basic character is nothing but the tendency of a molecule which donate a pair of electrons only to the basic nature, to the another compound. So here ammonia is there and phosphine is there, arsenic hydrates are there, all these are having one lone pair of electrons on the central atom. So all is ready to donate a pair of electrons to the Lewis acids. Lewis acids to form coordinate covalent bond. But the tendency will always decreases from top to bottom. That's why the basic character having which one? Ammonia having more basic character when compared to phosphine hydrate, arsenic hydrate, antimony hydrate as well as bismuth hydrate. Because due to having more electron negativity, the electron due to having a small size of the nitrogen atom, the electron density is more clouded around the nitrogen atom. They are readily gives a pair of electrons. Where if you are going to be seen that as the size of the atom will be increases, the same electron density cloud will be decreases on the surfaces of the atom. So that's why it is a less tendency to donate a pair of electrons to the Lewis acids. So that's why ammonia is more basic character when compared to the bismuth hydride. Now all these hydrates having sp3 hybridization and they having a pyramidal structure. sp3 hybridization having pyramidal structure. Now that lone pair will be occupied in one of the tetrahedral manner. So here phosphine also we are going to be taken, here hydrogen and here hydrogen. It is having this lone pair. So has is taken the similar way, this bond angle is 107 degrees, where if you are going to be taken it become a 105 degrees. So we will assume that same hybridization is there, sp3 hybridization is there, the structure it become a pyramidal. Now it is also pyramidal. We will expect it that the bond angle of these elements are the same, but actually due to decreasing of electronegativity of the central element, the bond angle is gradually decreases. So the bond angle of these hydrates, if you are going to be write as an order, bond angle of these hydrates. So ammonia having more bond angle when compared to phosphine, then arsenic hydride and antimony hydride. Now it become a bismuth hydride. What is the reason means? As the central element electronegativity is decreases, now the bond angle of that element will be decreases. Here there is a proper orientation of sp3 hybridization with this lone pair will be decreases. That's why the bond angle is gradually decreases among these hydride. Now these hydrides only ammonia will can we form the hydrogen bond. So that's why this ammonia is simply dissolves in aqueous form, water, that should be converted into it become an ammonium hydroxide form, ammonium hydroxide. whereas the remaining hydrates are less ability to dissolve in water, but only ammonia will dissolve in water due to the formation of which one? Hydrogen bond. Due to the formation of hydrogen bond. Next, thermal stability of these hydride. These hydride thermal stability from top to bottom is gradually decreases. The ammonia is becoming a thermally more stable. Thermal stability of hydrides. Thermal stability of hydrides from top to bottom is gradually decreases. Ammonia is thermally more stable. Ammonia is thermally more stable compared to the remaining hydrides. Due to the bond dissociation, bond strength between the nitrogen and hydrogen is more. That's why at room temperature the ammonia is becoming a more stable. See here, we have to be remember all these orders. What we are going to be discussing: the strongest raging nature and basic character and thermal stability of these hydrates. We have to be carefully assume. Now next we will go for the another property, reaction with halogens. Reaction with halogens. This group of elements when reacted with halogen, they leads to converted into different types of halides formations or takes place. Generally it can be formation of EX3 type of halides and they leads to formation of EX5 type of halides or formations are taking place. These elements. So when if you are going to be taken the nitrogen trihalides, we will take in here halogen is nothing but the fluorine is there, chlorine and bromine and iodine is there. Let's we will react with nitrogen. So it is in a high electronegative atom. Now this electronegativity is gradually decreases from top to bottom of this halogen. When this nitrogen when reacted with fluorine, there should be formation of NF3 type of halides. But here going to be see that EX5 type of halides is nitrogen cannot be formed. Nitrogen does not form EX5 type of halides. The remaining elements can be formed the EX type of halides except for nitrogen. The reason is due to the absence of d orbitals. Due to the absence of d orbitals, so the nitrogen cannot form the pentahalides. Now this nitrogen only we will take in the different compounds NF3, NCl3, NPR3 and Ni3. So it having one of a lone pair of electron on nitrogen atom. So we will assume this Lewis acid strength of order. We will write Lewis acid strength of halides of nitrogen. So generally we will expected that these Lewis acid strength from halogens of nitrogen gradually will increases. So that means what? The Lewis strength should be increases from nitrogen triiodide. What is the reason means? Let's we will see that generally there is a backbone donation can be takes place in fluorine atom, whereas in a backbone donation is takes place in fluorine atom. So here this lone pair will be donated to the fluorine. Okay, lone pair will be donated to the fluorine due to the here p orbital overlapping and p pi overlapping. There is a possible to formation of one up and a backbone donation. If you donated once again, this lone pair will be deficient. Once again, the backbone donation can be takes place from fluorine to nitrogen, whereas that strength will be increasing as in a halogen shell. The overlapping between the p orbitals to respective hydrogen p orbital, the strength will decreases. So that's why the backbone donation will be less regarding to the Ni3. So that's why the ammonia will be easily donate a pair of electrons to the another molecule. So that's why the Lewis acid strength will be gradually increases. Now phosphorus trihalides and phosphorus pentahalide. I will take the phosphorus pentahalide. This is generally it become a covalent in nature. If it is existed in the form of solid state, it undergoing in a dimerization. It can be existed as in a PCl 6 minus and PCl 4 plus. So here solid undergoing dimerizations to converted into the respective ionic forms. So that's why in solid state it can be acting as in dimeric nature, ionic form. So that's in a phosphorus pentoxide. Now we are going to be seeing the ionic character of these trihalides. Ionic character as well as covalent character. What happens among these trihalides? We will see that. The nitrogen trifluoride, nitrogen trichloride, nitrogen bromide, tribromide, nitrogen triiodide. So due to having high electronegativity of fluorine, the ionic character will be more for the fluoride ion. So NF3 is moreover having it becoming a more ionic character. So that's why the covalent character from these halides from top to bottom will be increases. As per the Fazan rules, we already know that Fazan rules, the same cation and anion size will be increases. Anion size increases, covalent character will increase. So the small anion size that having the ionic character should be more. Okay. So when if you are going to be taken these halides of the different nitrogen trifluoride, now phosphorus trifluoride and arsenic trifluoride, antimony trifluoride and bismuth trifluoride. So we will see that what happens when this among the covalent character. The covalent characters of this component from all ions are the same. Okay. Now here the size of the nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth is different. So we will see that generally bismuth it cannot be formed the pentahalides because in pentafluorides oxidation state is 5. So that's why it become an unstable. The bismuth is always stable in +3 oxidation state rather than the +5 oxidation state. That's why the bismuth will be formed the trifluorides only most probably. That trifluorides if you are going to be seen from top to bottom will increases. Okay, the formation of fluorides from top to bottom will be increases. These are the properties of which one? Halogen. Next reaction with the sulfides. Reaction with sulfides. Reaction with sulfides. 15 group of element except nitrogen. Remaining elements will form respective sulfides. Okay, we will go for arsenic sulfide and phosphorus sulfide. 2, 3. Here -2 oxidation state, phosphorus +3 oxidation, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony sulfide and bismuth sulfide. These sulfides are simply dissolved in ammonium sulfide to form respective thiosulfide to formation of thio compound. So we will go for this phosphorus or arsenic sulfide. I will take this arsenic sulfide dissolves in ammonium sulfide to formation of ammonium thiosulfides. Ammonium thiosulfides formations are taking place. Ammonium thiosulfides sulfide, or we will call this ammonium thioarsenate. Ammonium thioarsenite formation takes place when arsenic trisulfide. So arsenic pentasulfide will pass over the ammonium sulfide only. They should be converted into it become an ammonium thioarsenate. Ammonium thioarsenate. Here one of the sulfur will be increases here. Okay, one of the sulfur will be increases here. Here 2 moles we will take, 2 4 8. Now it become a 5 plus 3, it become 8. So here try to understand, when 3 moles of ammonium sulfide components we will take, and this arsenic sulfide is dissolved to converted into thioarsenite. As a similar way, if pentasulfides will be dissolved in ammonium sulfide to converted into ammonium thioarsenate. Here the sulfur atom 1 should be more when compared to nite and nate, arsenite and arsenate. Now these sulfides will be stability with the top to bottom will be increases. So we will take the stability of these sulfides. Stability. Now phosphorus trisulfide and arsenic trisulfide, antimony sulfide and bismuth sulfide. This stability is gradually will be increases from top to bottom. Okay, these are the reaction with sulfides of 15th group of elements. Next topic is anomalous behavior of nitrogen gas. So what we are going to be seeing this chemical as well as the physical property. The nitrogen is somewhat is in a shows the different properties with respect to the elements. So we will see that the first property, that is nitrogen is non-metal. The remaining elements are metalloids as well as metals. Second one, at room temperature nitrogen will be existed as in a gaseous form, whereas the remaining elements can be existed as in a solid form. Now third property, the nitrogen can form the multiple bonds, N triple bond N, whereas the leftover elements will form single bonds with the atoms, single bond with other atoms. So phosphorus we will take, it can be always existed in a phosphorus P4 form, it can be formation of single bond. Now another property, now bond dissociation energy of these elements of nitrogen between the multiple bond, it having more bond dissociation energy, 225 kilocalorie per mole energy is there. Due to having in a single bond, the between the remaining element, the bond dissociation energy is less. The absence of d orbitals, it does not form the pentahalides. So that means nitrogen pentahalide does not formation. The leftover elements of pentahalides are formation takes place due to the absence of d orbital. Now the 15th group of elements, nitrogen having high electron negativity value. Due to high electron negativity value, nitrogen exhibits in its nitride form. nitride form, N3 form. Okay, so the similar way phosphorus also will be existed in the form of P3, but due to when compared to this nitrogen, it become a less tendency to formation of phosphide when compared to the nitrogen. When compared to the nitrogen. Nitrogen will form its trihalides. Nitrogen trifluoride is stable, whereas remaining halides of NCl3, NBr3, Ni3 is unstable. Whereas leftover metals halides are more stable. This nitrogen covalency maximum is 4. Nitrogen covalency is maximum 4, whereas leftover elements the covalency is maximum 6. Maximum 6. The nitrogen does not form the sulfides. Whereas remaining elements forms the sulfides. Now 10th one, already known that the nitrogen having the small atomic size when compared to the remaining metals due to the absence of d orbitals. We will see that nitrogen is also exhibited the various forms of oxidation state. Generally, it can be existed in a diatomic molecule. Whereas in a leftover elements it can be acting as a tetraatomic molecules. So based upon these properties, we can able to say that the nitrogen can be shows anomalous behavior with the another elements of this group of elements.